Nootropics for morning motivation, our winning stack. Nootropics, or smart drugs as some people call them, are brain-boosting supplements that can help us gain clarity, focus, memory enhancement, motivation, and just act a whole lot better. But which nootropics are best for the perfect morning? Which ones do we personally use and recommend? That's what we'll be looking at in this video. Let's get shit done. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Chucky, founder of Club Early Bird. We're the creators of the Early Bird Morning Cocktail, a delicious blood orange mimosa that we drink first thing every morning to unlock what we call the 3 secrets to waking up early. I tell you this because we obsessed for years over what nootropics to take first thing in the morning. What we discovered were a few nootropic ingredients that are essential for a productive morning. The type of morning where you get so much shit done that when noon rolls around, you feel like you accomplished a day's work. So what are these 3 secrets to waking up early? Secret number 1, hydration. Since we lose so much water overnight, we need to instantly rehydrate, which helps the body wake up naturally. You actually lose over a pound of water overnight. Secret number 2, clean energy. Mornings are rough and we need a boost. Years ago, I would sometimes rely on coffee. While it would sometimes help, it always felt like a coin flip whether I would feel productive or whether I would feel anxiety, jitters, or any other side effects. We need energy, but without risking any negative consequences. Also, we need it quickly rather than having to drive to Starbucks or get up to brew something. The third secret, motivation. Being awake and energized is cool, but if we're not motivated and focused, then we'll be awake in the morning, but we'll waste that time away. So being motivated and in a great mood is the ticket to having an accomplished morning, a morning that you can look forward to rather than dreading every night. That motivation part is where we really dove into nootropics. And today, I want to dive into 4 nootropic ingredients that you can add to supercharge your morning. These ingredients can be bought individually, or you can get them all in our Early Bird Morning Cocktail. The first one, Ashwagandha. Very few nootropics have as much research and testing done as Ashwagandha, and that's because it's actually really effective and it's super safe. Ashwagandha is an ancient medicinal herb that can be traced way back to 6000 BC. It was utilized in the Indian healing system of Ayurveda and later in Chinese healing traditions. It's a root extract that originates from Asia and Africa. The main benefit is reducing and controlling stress, which we all know can hit in the morning as we start realizing all the things we need to get done. It reduces stress by regulating cortisol levels. A study done in 2008 tested administering ashwagandha to participants. They used 3 different quantities and a placebo group. The group taking 250 milligrams saw a 30.5% drop in cortisol, which was a lot greater than the other test groups. And in 2012, a different study backed it up when they tested specifically on stressed adults, seeing a 28% drop in cortisol compared to 8% in the placebo group. The dosage can vary by person, but I found what works best for me is 250 milligrams, and that's the amount we use in the Early Bird Morning Cocktail. The trick with ashwagandha is that there are many forms, and if you just buy generic ashwagandha, you may not actually feel anything or be getting any of the benefits. The reason is that if you break down ashwagandha into the individual components, what actually makes everything work is whithenolloids. I hope I said that right. Anyways, the whithenolloids are what makes ashwagandha effective, and a lot of ashwagandha on the market is severely lacking in that component. That's why we highly recommend a patented form of ashwagandha called KSM-66. With this ingredient, you know exactly what you're getting because it's standardized to 5% whithenolides. It's also by far the best ashwagandha, especially when we're talking about morning motivation. The second nootropic that we love to get every morning is Coffeeberry. This is a very unique ingredient and lots of science is coming out from it now. Coffeeberry comes from the coffee fruit. Traditionally, the coffee fruit, which is around the coffee bean, has always been thrown away because the bean is what has the caffeine. But recently, it's become apparent that the fruit has all kinds of benefits. This stems from its ability to increase BDNF, brain-derived neurotropic factor. In one study, Coffeeberry was shown to increase BDNF by as much as 140%. It's like miracle grow for your brain. Basically, by increasing the production of BDNF, you'll be helping your neurons develop and protect themselves. And the benefits to your morning end up being increased focus and increasing your ability to think clearly, helping get rid of that annoying morning brain fog, which in turn will help keep you motivated. What's cool about Coffeeberry is that a little goes a long way. We recommend 100 milligrams of Coffeeberry to get the benefits that you need every morning. The third morning nootropic that we love is Theobromine. Theobromine is a molecule made by plants, but it is most famous in chocolate or the cocoa bean. If you've ever ate chocolate and just felt great because of it, that's because of theobromine. Even in ancient times, chocolate was actually in religious ceremonies, weddings, rituals, etc., due to its euphoric effect. This feeling of bliss can be attributed to the joy-inducing compounds within theobromine, such as serotonin. While theobromine is commonly considered a stimulant, it acts much differently because it doesn't stimulate the nervous system. So you won't get any jittery effect from it or anything like that. The main benefits include increased energy without a risk of crash, increased focus, and mood enhancement. And we all know that a mood boost in the morning is super important. Dosage is pretty personal on theobromine, but we love 250 milligrams for morning motivation and a boost. Before we jump into the final nootropic, which is actually a nootropic stack, I'd be extremely grateful if you could hit the like button and maybe even subscribe if you like what you see. Also, comment below which of these ingredients you'd like to start consuming in the morning. The fourth nootropic is actually a 2-ingredient stack. It's natural caffeine paired with L-Theanine. This combination has been a game changer for my morning. We all know and love caffeine. It works. There's no secret about it. We all have these things called adenosine receptors. When adenosine locks onto these receptors, we get drowsy and fatigued. But when you consume caffeine, it actually takes the spot and blocks adenosine, so you can't get tired. While most equate caffeine with energy, it's mostly just blocking your receptors from getting tired, and that appears as energy. The only issue with caffeine is that it clearly has side effects. Now, if you're one of the lucky few that consume caffeine with no side effects, then this stack might not be useful to you. If you don't get jitters, don't have caffeine crashes, or don't feel any anxiety from caffeine, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you do get side effects, like me, I'm actually really sensitive to caffeine, but I love the benefits, then this stack with L-Theanine can be a game changer. When you consume L-Theanine with caffeine, it levels off the side effects. It's like magic. L-Theanine is naturally found in green tea, which is why so many people love tea, and why the caffeine in tea doesn't feel the same as coffee. Don't worry though, you don't have to drink tea. I know it's bland as hell. But we can get L-Theanine through supplementation or a drink like our early bird morning cocktail. The amount of L-Theanine depends on the amount of caffeine you're consuming. If you research the dosage, you'll see a lot of people that claim 1-to-2 ratio of caffeine to L-Theanine. So if you consume 200 milligrams of caffeine, then you take 400 milligrams of L-Theanine. Through our testing, we've seen that that is way too much for a morning motivation stack. We want to maximize the benefits of the caffeine, and the 1-to-2 is too much and can sometimes overtake the caffeine, leaving you not as motivated as you would like to be. So at Club Early Bird, we actually love the exact opposite, a 2-to-1 ratio. So that same 200 milligrams of caffeine would be paired with 100 milligrams of L-Theanine. It's worth experimenting with though. If you're buying L-Theanine in bulk, then see what works for you. If 2-to-1 still leaves you feeling any kind of side effects, then raise the L-Theanine quantity just a bit. We're all different. The amount of caffeine you drink is also super personal. Some people can do 50 milligrams and be good to go, and some need 300 milligrams. We found a happy middle at 150 milligrams with the Early Bird Morning Cocktail. Paired with 75 milligrams of L-Theanine, it's the perfect boost of energy and motivation without the caffeine side effects. And the best part about it is that you could do more or less morning cocktail powder, and that 2-to-1 ratio will stay the same. So a half scoop would give you 75 milligrams of caffeine and 37 milligrams of L-Theanine. Many early birds only need a half scoop to give them the morning motivation boost they need. I'm more of a 3/4 of a scoop to a full scoop, while my wife is a scoop and a half kind of person. She takes it to the next level. If you'd like to learn more about the Early Bird Morning Cocktail, you can hit the link below. Right now you can get a 45 serving tub and get a free Early Bird cocktail shaker cup, our free ebook, The Early Bird Morning Routine, and we'll get it delivered to you within 3 days. Add these nootropic ingredients by buying them in bulk or through the Early Bird Morning Cocktail and watch your morning productivity go through the roof. Till next time, peace. When you wake up in the morning, you're super dehydrated. You lose over a pound of water overnight. This makes it super hard to wake up in the morning.
We've always wanted that ability to easily wake up early and get shit done.
The Early Bird Morning Cocktail is your secret to waking up early and being ultra productive, setting you up for a kick-ass day.